Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Misha Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within. This could be an outtake day. An outtake day where my thoughts are so scattered and open thought loops going nowhere that when I re-listen to the episode for editing and publishing, I throw it in the outtake folder. Save it for another day folder. There's a couple episodes in there, not many. I used to teach yoga. I was way into yoga for a number of years. The asana part of it, and I've talked about that. I believe one can do yoga without the physical movement part, because in the broader sense, yoga is a philosophy, has 8 limbs. The 8 limbs of yoga. It's one way to look at it. Many ways to look at it. But I was thinking, might be time to start up the home practice again. And wouldn't it be interesting to start teaching again? I taught for a couple years. I enjoyed it. But then that ego competitive side of me started creeping in. So I found other interests. I'm super lucky that I can ping in and out of things as well. So I can not want to teach yoga and do something else for a bit. So as I'm walking and recording, thinking that the last episode that I just recorded, and most likely this one, will end up in the outtake folder, I was like, do I want to keep walking, or do I want to go home and start crafting a home practice? I've done home practices a little bit on and off. I've tended to do more of the asana practice with groups of people at a yoga studio. And what happens is, I'll tell you why I'm thinking that. It's when I start meditating a lot. Sometimes my posture when I'm meditating can start to drift. So if your head is too far forward or to the side or tilted back, as you maybe inadvertently drift off either into bliss or sleep, or you nod out. Because I am not a perfect meditator. Definitely not. I'm sure some very committed practitioners that have specific ideas about how said meditating should be done would be horrified at some of my habits. Oh, that was another thought. I was listening to this book. It's like the 10 worst books ever written. That's what the book is called, the 10 worst books ever written. and they're the worst books because they've perpetrated supposedly horrible ideas that have led to, slaughter of millions or suppression of the masses, or insert worldly issue here. I think the guy who wrote the book must be a pretty big God guy. And when I say that, I mean I think he's a devout Christian, perhaps, or some. He's part of his religion is very specific on what God is. Full on ramble. Where was I going with this? So, he was talking about atheists and Sam Harris and another guy he mentioned, I can't remember, but Sam Harris is a meditator and writes some books on it and has some apps and lots of meditation stuff. And I did not realize that Sam Harris may be considered an atheist. And I did look up atheist. I'm going to do another episode on atheists and agnostics because I looked up atheists, what the definition of an atheist is, and it struck me very poignantly in the moment that you can absolutely be an atheist and be spiritual. So you have that to look forward to, as well as an agnostic. And that on any given day, I could definitely be slotted into the atheist bucket, even though I say the word God a lot. Anyhow, the point of all that is that is that a double negative? The point is, when I meditate, a lot of times I'm trying to get closer to source. If there's a God, I want to get closer to God, whatever the heck that is. Is it within the capital S self? I'm trying to tap into that, into the force. The Star Wars force, maybe? Who knows? But that's a lot of times why I meditate. And I was thinking, people can meditate for different reasons, I mean, it definitely quiets the mind. Find much more acceptance, much more peace of mind, inspiration for ideas, creativity. It's helped me with relationships. I'm sure all these things, it's helped other people as well. And so, sorry for this another diversion, but I'm walking by a group of people that are sitting down, chatting. I'm wondering if I know some of them. So yes, I meditate to feel a spiritual connection with something outside of me, or perhaps within me, greater than me, but within me. So many different ways to say it. Such a fantastic ramble. I'm just going to roll with the open thought loops as well. And the lack of agenda in the episodes, in the vein of start recording, hit play, start writing, Start recording. Let your thoughts, your creativity come out. Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.